instead of just trying to maybe, and this is what I'm preaching to myself here, instead of trying to milk like 5, 10, 20, $100 a month from a few diehard people, instead I'm just going to give away as much as I can. I'm going to be transparent, and I'm going to be generous, and I'm going to be prolific as an artist, and just release as much as I can for free for everyone, for free, maybe on Spotify, or maybe it's like a $1 thing on Bandcamp, but it's open access to everyone. And then hopefully that comes back to me in some ways with people buying my record on vinyl, or buying my merch, or supporting the record label, or whatever.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Uh, yeah, I just paused it on his face and I had to get a little chuckle there. This is actually a video that had me thinking about something, as well as I got an email too. I did want to expand the channel a little bit and talk about some other things besides, the usual AMP or ACH or random creators on YouTube that are just full of it. But we have here Basic Attention Token. As you can see, I use Brave Browser a lot. And that's actually the native currency of Brave Browser. And of course, we can zoom out here. It's a rather long project, been tracked since mid 2017. And since then, it's fully diluted, 1.5 billion BAT are on the market, full circulating supply. It does have a pretty good white paper. I'm not going to go through this entire white paper because a lot of this you don't need to know about. It is still interesting, don't get me wrong, but, it's one of those boring things that it's just a lot simpler to look at something like NordVPN's take on Brave Browser. Sure, it's safe, it's secure. Brought into existence in 2016 by the developers of JavaScript and Firefox, it claims to offer more transparency, privacy, and security to internet users. And the thing I like about Brave the most is that it automatically just goes ahead and blocks most of those third-party trackers and ads. It's very secure just right out the box. It's free, of course, built on open source Chromium. And the most interesting part of this, to me, is Brave Rewards, because it allows people to earn cryptocurrency by agreeing to some ads. These ads, which I have going on right now, I don't know if any of them are going to pop up. It's sort of hit or miss if they will. But if we actually go up here to the Brave Rewards section, you can see my balance. I'm a verified on Gemini, so this goes right into my Gemini account. The ads don't pay out a lot. The ads are just very small Windows notification ads, so they're not, full screen pop-ups that block everything. Easy to close. Sometimes I click through them, sometimes I don't. You can see here, I've received 185 ads this month. And for those whole 185 ads, I've earned about 4.5 BAT so far, just estimated. Estimates are usually pretty good, which is a whole $1.36 right now. Brave Rewards also has other features like auto-contribute and tipping, which is what we're going to get into a little bit more here. But first, let me explain the use case behind Brave Browser and why I think it is important. And a lot of that has to do with this video, that I opened up with. This person had a pretty bad time with Patreon because it's just an inherent problem with Patreon is, well, you heard it there, why would I spend all this time making all this content for just a few people? Sure, they reward me, but at the same time, are the rewards really worth it? You start pigeonholing into just an extreme population of your subscribers and viewers. Now, to go back to this NordVPN article, I gotta be honest, I gotta be fair. It did have a little bit of a weakness one time because Brave was actually caught auto-completing URLs to some sites with affiliate links where they would actually earn the commission. And it's not really, like it says here, it's just more of a transparency issue that was what happened. But they went ahead and corrected that and it's been removed. So, there's the pros. Good password management, blocks ads, trackers, cookies, fingerprinting, bounce tracking. It does a lot and it is very quick. That's another reason why I like it. It's actually quicker than Firefox. And you can actually do what you can do with Firefox, put in your preferred search engine. This automatically defaults to Brave's search engine. So if we type in something like AMP token, right here, this is the Brave search engine. So yeah, there's the current price, there's the homepage, charts, whatnot. It gets a little funky sometimes because it's not quite like Google. Like say, I want to look up my dream car. We're going to Nissan USA, then Wikipedia. It's very similar. I just know it's a little funky compared to Google search, just getting used to it. But it's a pretty decent search engine. Works pretty good. And it's still improving. Back in April, you used to have to put Reddit in there to find certain things because otherwise it wouldn't pop up the Reddit forums. And they went ahead and did that by adding a section entitled Discussions. And about those constant improvements, showing that they're still working on and improving Brave Rewards, we can scroll down to this email here, the one that was sent in error, because this right here, this impressed me. Right now with Brave Rewards, if you do any sort of tipping, there's only a couple ways to do that through different wallets and different regions. But they are working on opening it up for non-custodial Web3 options. So say you're MetaMask, you don't have the regional limitation there. Then you would actually be able to just do a peer-to-peer from your fans to yourself. And right here, they say, for example, users with Brave Wallet will be able to send you BAT tips directly from their Brave Wallet to your website channel's Ethereum address or Solana address. More updates to come. And this article here does cover it. When it comes to actually connecting the custodial accounts and the verified, the supported regions, like here, Gemini. With Gemini, it's only supported in the US. And if you go down to Uphold, there's United States and a bunch of others. I know I've got, at least one viewer in Singapore. They could probably send me, any rewards they wanted to, maybe. I'm not really sure. And Bitflyer, that's only for Japan. I didn't have to go through any sort of KYC with Brave Browser to do this, because that goes ahead and uses the KYC that you did in my example of Gemini. Now, as I said, that email was an error. They went ahead and sent this email out saying that, hey, you actually are supported. Sorry about that. This email came out about a day after the other one. So it did confuse me for a second, but hey, it happens. I just know I've been using this browser for, you can go back through my videos. It's been a while. And just to clarify here, that balance, I've never actually purchased any basic attention token. These are just all the rewards from using the Brave browser over the last 6 months or so. And if you actually click on this private ads part here, there's another way you can do it in your actual settings. But there it tells you, I get up to 10 ads per hour. And of course they have the regional ad relevance as well. So that way, if you're in a certain state, you can get ads for that state. I really haven't noticed too much of that in the ones that I've gotten. They've just been sort of generic. And the whole marketplace, that actually goes back to the white paper. Basically, the whole concept is advertisers purchase basic attention token, then they use the basic attention token that they purchased to purchase those ads that are put through the Brave browser, and then a portion of that gets sent to the person that actually views the ad. So you really just cut out a lot of the middlemen. So as you know now, whenever you browse the web on like a regular browser, you actually still get hit with a bunch of ads, but you don't see any of those rewards. And that's sort of what the attention marketplace looks to correct. It's a very good white paper. I recommend reading it if you have the time. I'll actually leave a link in the bottom of this video. But enough about the white paper, enough about the technicals, because there's another reason why I did this video. And that's because I've always thought about doing a Patreon. Granted, I'm not a big channel at all. And at the same time, that guy talked about a lot of the issues with Patreon. And just seeing how the basic attention token works, it sort of corrects a lot of these issues. Now, you can read the Wikipedia here. Patreon has had some issues in the past, especially with the bans and it being an ordeal. They've banned people on the far right and far left. They've had controversies. Nothing about like hacks or anything like that in the system, but just about who they choose to be part of the Patreon ecosystem and who they can kick out. And plus the fees. The fees, oh boy. Let's talk about the fees. First up, we'll talk about the pricing. So if you even want to have a Patreon account, if you're a fan, it's free. There's nothing that you directly have to pay. But if you're someone that actually has Patreon for, interacting with your fans and whatnot, the minimum is 5% of your monthly income. That's what you would earn on Patreon goes to them. So if you're earning $0, they can't take 5% of zero. But if you're earning $1, well, they're going to take 5%. You're going to get 95 cents. And then if you upgrade to Pro and Premium, it's even more money. There's different membership tiers on Pro, which I'm sure you've seen it. Donate this amount of money, you get access to this Discord server, you get access to this video, or you get, whatever the price is. And then, of course, 12%, then you start getting dedicated partner manager, merch for memberships and team accounts. Again, this is another fee. But then it gets even more because there's a total of 4 different fees. You have the platform fee, which is the one we just covered. Payment processing fee, which there's really nothing about the payment processing fee that I can see because you would have to have an account set up and be taking it, and then you can get analytics on the fees, which of course your payment processing fees will vary based upon your tier amounts, which results in the pledge amounts charged, and your patron's method of payment, if they're doing a credit card or PayPal. And then we go down here, there's actually payout fees. But let's talk about the conversion fee real quick. There's a 2.5% currency conversion fee. And then we can go back to the payout fees, which here, there's these are kind of small, but they're just little incidentals, especially because we'll focus on, since I'm a US creator, I'm getting paid out in direct deposit. It's only 25 cents a payout. All right, that's fine. But if I do PayPal, then it's 1% of the amount transferred with a minimum of 25 cents capped at $20 USD. So if magically I had $2,000 in Patreon and I decide to cash it out, they're going to take 20 bucks of it. Now let's get into the tipping part, which is the part that really intrigues me about Brave Browser and why I think it's better than Patreon. And this is a video, this person put this video out a while ago. If we look here, January 7th, earlier this year, so about 10 months ago. And they had a little bit of an issue verifying their wallet. But they go through the steps. So in this video, they go ahead and tip themselves here. They show that they're a verified creator, send tip button. Go all the way over here. There's the one-time support right there. I want to go ahead and try to send a tip to this person, even though there's a little bit of an issue, which you'll see here. So I'll go ahead and try. I've never done this before, but I know there's already going to be an issue because if I look at their verified creator status, currently not configured for my custodial wallet service. You know what? Let's just go ahead and try it. Let's go ahead and send a tip. So of course there's that pop-up, it says they're not currently configured to receive tips. It'll keep retrying, but I want to do it one time. So let's go ahead and send them 5 BAT. Why not? That'll be basically my entire monthly earnings. Hey, sent it. Sounds good. Of course I could tweet about it, but I don't have my Twitter set up. And if I look at my wallet here, it's still pending, so it might be a while. But that's another problem with Brave. It's just a little bit hard to set this all up. That's why I've only done it as a test. For example, if I go to my channel here, you can see here I can click on it, and hey, I'm a verified creator. I just set this up just a random time to see if it would actually do anything. And of course, I see here that, hey, my stuff's set up for my own wallet, I guess, since I use Gemini. So I could actually probably tip myself if I wanted to. But I really don't want to. And if I go to my Twitter here, I don't have it set up. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I think I might just leave it as a YouTube only thing. Just in case anyone ever decides to, hey, I use Brave Browser, why not send them a $1 tip? But that's what I think about Brave Browser. I think it's going to be something that could possibly be a thing in the future. It does seem to work pretty good. I like it. And plus, it's got that built-in tipping feature. It seems like it could be better than Patreon. Not as many fees. If you do look here, if we go to that send tip again, I just want to point out, there's my little banner. Right here, they collect 5% as a fee. So, yeah, there is a fee associated with it. But it's not like Patreon, which seems to have more fees, a little bit more. Plus the whole idea of, making all that content just for a small group of people. Anyway, just thought I'd make this little quick video, put it out this weekend. I might try doing another video, but I just want people to think about, basic attention token and maybe try something new, especially because, hey, it's free crypto. You just get a couple little ads. And just to let you know here, of course, I will be editing this and whatnot. And right now we are at 27 minutes of record time. And in that entire time, I have not received an ad. So sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. You saw I get 10 ads per hour, but I haven't seen a single one. So just thought I'd let you know and be more transparent, at least as much transparency as I could with this video. So have a great day, everyone, and look forward to producing some more content for you. And speaking about editing, I'm actually editing this video. I did want to just mention something, a little bit for the diehard fans. Might as well. This whole basic attention token thing here in the Brave browser that I was talking about. This is the basicattentiontoken.org website, and it's a good read. I also got there from another way. I just went to Flexa here, and I went to the currencies. Just scroll down just a hair bit, and yeah, there's basic attention token. Click learn more, it takes you right to it. Also, it's on Spedin, so spendable asset. All right, everyone, take care.